You know what, you guys? I am trying to find a smile because I believe every day is a gift, but I am feeling like Steph and like Coach Kerr because last night pissed me off completely. I'm like, how in the entire hell is that not a jump ball? Like, that makes no sense to me, you guys. First off, let me go back with my manners. How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Just Simply Sports here with me. I am Kaja, but now back to this foolery, this tomfoolery. This is unacceptable. Seriously, like someone needs to call like Adam Silver now because this stuff cannot happen. Like I know that the Warriors were up, with the last minute and 20 seconds left of the game, and things happen, right? So I get that. But in a situation, I'm just gonna play the clip real quick. Let me just shut up, play the clip.
Of course, Golden State, stay attached. Don't help off the shooters. Warriors are out of fouls. Şengün, beautiful hesitation. It's a 1-point game. He's
Really? Come on.
at 26. About a 3-second difference. Shot to game clock as Brooks chases Curry. And everyone standing here in Houston. Curry steps back on.
Okay, so something else, right? And again, this is not even on the rest at this point. For me, we know that Steph is like the best shooter that God ever created, according to Stephen A. Smith. He always says that. But I'm looking at the time, right? It's about 11 seconds, 12 seconds left, right? And they have a 1 point lead. I'm like, Steph, you don't have to rush it in this moment. Like, you can take your time. Steve, like, call a timeout. You know what I mean? They're right there. You don't even need a 3-pointer. You just like, they'll get 2 points, you can foul, they're going to foul you eventually because they want to win the game, and you get the free throws. There's so many ways that this could have went. So for these reasons specifically, I'm going to have to call the Warriors out, but we're going to get to the rest of this foolishness because that call by the refs to me was like unacceptable. Just hand them the goddamn cup and just say, here, we want you to go. Like, come on.
Launch, he missed it. Fight for the rebound, Payton.
That's a foul.
Poked away. 5
Payton was
seconds.
fouled.
But does Green have possession? And Billy Kennedy says foul on the Warriors. What a sequence of events. And Steve Kerr is in disbelief. Golden State is out of fouls, and so that will result in free throws for Houston and Jalen Green. Unbelievable. Right there, diving on the loose floor. Gary Payton II could have called a timeout.
How was that not a foul on Fred VanVleet first? Before we even got to Jalen, before the ball even left GP2, like, come on. Like, you watch them play a physical game. You could tell from the score. If you didn't watch this game, you could look at the score and see like it wasn't a very high scoring game. It was very physical all game long. Both teams were battling. You know what I mean? And you don't really make too many calls, but then you wait till like the end of a game to then decide that you want to do something like this. Like, look, if the Warriors lost fair and square, you know what I mean? Then they lose fair and square. Jump ball, whoever gets it, whatever happens, happens. Okay, I'm cool. You know what I mean? But to make a call like this, like in this moment, what's on the line is like unacceptable to me. It's complete BS. I am so freaking pissed, you guys. I would have did a video after, but I was like, I don't want to come on here all angry on my channel. But I was so upset, so upset.
Through the pass out, great job, Jalen Green getting on the floor. And yeah, drawing a foul. And we are tied. Where you think to the crazy games these two have already played this season. Golden State early November blowing a 31-point lead here. Rockets forced overtime. Golden State eventually won. How does this one end? With a trip to Vegas hanging in the balance. Jalen Green, a 22-year-old budding star, has given the Rockets a 1-point lead with 3.5 left in them here tonight. Podziemski, the inbounder. Can't find anyone, gets it to Curry, back to Podziemski, they got a piece, and it is over here in Houston.
Now, even with that point right there, like, look, I don't even know. I know Steph probably would have been the ideal person to make a shot like that, but they weren't letting him get no shot off. We know how good Steph is, so they were going to make sure that his ass was covered. So, but Brandon, why would you take that shot? That wasn't even a good shot. It was not a good shot. And then again, there was some like 2 seconds left. Somebody could have got the rebound, quick putback. You know what I mean? But once again, they were out rebounded by Houston. Houston, I will give them credit. They're very well coached. Like I said, I love Ime Udoka. I think he's a great coach. They have a lot of young thoroughbreds on that team. They're young, you know what I mean? But they have the great coaching. They have the right pieces. So I don't expect them to win the cup, and they better not. You know what I mean? I'm going for the Bucks. That's my other team. I'm a Milwaukee Bucks fan, Jamie Lillard fan, and Giannis, of course. But I'm like, how do you let these things happen now? Like I said, I always have to call a spade a spade. There were opportunities that were missed by the Warriors to me, and I'm like, when Steve Kerr spoke after, in the post game conference, and he says that he wanted to wait and use his final timeout. I'm like, it's 3 seconds left. What are you waiting for? Like, you should have used it when you see things like this are happening. Like, you don't leave it up to the refs. In my personal opinion, I'm not a coach, not an NBA player, but you don't leave it up to the refs to decide things like this. But as a ref, you are paid to officiate the game. In my opinion, it should be fairly, and it should be, like, keep it consistent. If you're going to make calls like that, then do it the entire game. If you're not going to do that, then keep it that way the entire game. Whatever it is, whatever way the officiating or the refs feel like they want to officiate a game, that should be discussed prior to the game. You know what, guys? We're calling everything tonight. We don't want it to be a physical game. Anything that we see that's out of pocket, that shouldn't be happening, we're calling, we're ejecting, we're giving out texts, whatever it is. Okay, I'm cool if you want to go like that, but you can't pick and choose. And that's the part that's really, really annoying. And that to me needs to be something that's discussed and like figured out. Especially like, and even when it comes to NFL, like, you see calls that are not called the whole entire game, and then you wait till like it's the last 2 seconds of a game, last 30 seconds, you know what I mean? And then you want to call, make a call, whatever have you, holding, offsides. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? But I will say, for those who were sleeping on the Houston Rockets, like I knew last year, I was like, okay, it's like Ime, he's getting a team together. They're young, they're building. I already expect them to have a better season than they had last season. And we already know whenever they see the Warriors, like it's gonna be a battle. It's never a very high scoring game. Because they're playing very physical. That's their identity to me. Houston is gonna play a very physical game. They're very, very athletic on that side. They're super young. That's why I said to me the other day, I think Jimmy Butler would fit in really good with this team just because his leadership. He also is very physical. They got some dogs on that side. He is also a dog. So I feel, and Ime is a great coach. So I feel like it'll be a great place for him. And it's, Texas. So it's a place that he's interested in. But this, to me, you guys, was unacceptable. Like, as a ref, like I said, the Warriors miss opportunities. I gotta call a spade a spade, and that's my team. But gotta call a spade a spade. But that to me cannot happen. Brandon should not have made that shot. And even if that was the plan, he was the one to take it. Kaminga should have been right there to get that quick putback. You know what I mean? But for the refs, who, if I had Adam Silver's number, you guys, I would be dialing and emailing if I had his email, because that is unacceptable, sir. It needs to be fixed. What do you guys think, though, about what happened at the end of this game? Who are you rooting for to win, or who do you expect to win now, or who would you like to win? Me personally, I want to see OKC, and I want to see the Bucks as the final two. OKC is another young up and coming team. So this should be a good matchup between the two, because they're both young teams. They both have athleticism, speed. They like to play physical. They can play physical. Well, I think Houston's more physical than OKC. I feel like OKC is no more of an offensive team, but they do very much play together, and they have SGA. So how can you beat that, right? But Atlanta Hawks, they're not too far behind. Ice Trays doing what needs to be done. What do you guys think, though, about this travesty that took place last night? Let me know in those comments.